All right, we're all here today, and what we did was we united all the schools, and we're much stronger because of it. We see that people braved the snow to come out here today to defend their school. And we're all here together to speak about the so-called capacity management plan that the school board is going to vote on next Thursday, right? We don't have a lot of time, and they're going to be deciding the fate of 5 schools and 13 other programs. Philosophy. This is what Maria Goodloe Johnson had to say about public education. I asked her, point blank, I said, will this school closure plan lead to increased class size? And won't that negatively affect education here in the Seattle Public Schools? And you know what she said? She said it will lead to increased class size, but class size has no impact on educational outcomes. Who told you that there isn't enough money for our schools? Right? Who told you that we don't have enough wealth to support the youth in Seattle? Who told you that there isn't enough money to keep our schools open? They've been lying to you. Because I open up the newspaper and I see $700 billion is there to bail out bankers and CEOs. Right? And I look on the TV and I see that we have over $100,000 a minute to spend on wars in Iraq and Afghanistan around the world, right? So who told you that we don't have enough money? They've been lying to you. The fact is that there's plenty of money for our children out there. It's just being spent wrong, right? And yeah, but you see, for the district, they've announced a plan that if you're poor, or if you're a black, or if you're a student of color, that you just don't get the same help. In fact, not only do you not get help, you actually get singled out. You get punished. You get targeted. You get attacked. Right? Look at the schools they're closing. African American Academy, 99% minority, right? 71% low income. Cooper Elementary, 77%, 71% low income family. Meany Middle School, 81% minority, 68% low income. Summit K-12, 50% minority. TT Minor Elementary, 84% minority. Why are they attacking these students of color and low-income kids? That's what we're asking. And we're here to say today that this is a new era. Bush is gone, right? We have a black president in the United States of America, and we're not going to take this anymore. And we're not alone, though. ESP Vision and all of our schools here are not alone. We're being supported by a whole lot of community groups. I'm here to announce today that the NAACP in Seattle has taken up our cause, right? They know this issue. In fact, they're going to launch a lawsuit against the school closures, and we're asking families today, if you're being affected by the school closure plan, come talk to me or one of the ESP representatives, and we will help you file a complaint with the Department of Education to get an injunction put on this school closure plan and get it stopped if we need to. We're not alone in this struggle. We're also not the only people facing school closures. I talked to a friend of mine who's a teacher in Chicago. They're trying to do the same thing to them in Chicago. I talked to a friend who's a teacher in LA. They're trying to do the same thing to those schools in LA. But what they don't count on is us, right? They don't count on the people who teach the kids, the people who parent the kids themselves standing up for themselves and fighting back, right? State after state is saying it's too expensive. We're in a financial crisis. State after state is saying we don't have the money to educate our youth anymore. Sorry, your schools are on the chopping block, right? But I think that if we stand together, if we unite our struggles across these schools, across Seattle, across community groups, across this nation, that we can say that this richest country in the history of the planet can come up with the money to fund our education, and should do so before a single banker or a single war profiteer sees a dime. And lastly, I have to say there's something that deeply troubles me about the policy here in Seattle, because our nation our state and our city voted for change, right? We voted for a new direction. And how did the politicians in Seattle respond to that? The politicians in Seattle responded to hope and change by proposing a $200 million jail be built here in Seattle and that we close schools. We know that's not hope. We know that's the same old tired rhetoric we got from the last administration, and we're not going to put up with that, right? There's a panel happening next Wednesday evening at Seattle University that Real Change newspaper is sponsoring about this building of a jail in our city, and I encourage everyone to go out there and stand up and let people know we are not going to stand for having a $200 million jail be built while they close schools so they can get ready to put those kids who don't have an education somewhere, right?